What's up, everybody? That's right, the Boston Source here checking in, and I wanted to catch up on this because this is something that I didn't necessarily talk about in depth last week. But of course, there was news in reference to most valuable promotions, of course, MVP as they signed Alycia Baumgardner. Okay, she is the undisputed super featherweight champion, right? And she has a record of 15 wins with just one loss, with 7 of those wins by way of knockout. Now, the lone loss was against Christina Lenartu, and she actually got a win in the rematch in 2023. Now, her last bout was against Delphine Persoon in September of last year that ended up being a no contest. Now, the thing about it is that once we had news as far as Alycia Baumgardner signing with most valuable promotions, right? In their media blast, so to speak, they did kind of hint that she could be set up to be part of a big card in July. Yes, there is a big card by most valuable promotions in July. That'll be at Madison Square Garden. And I did kind of make a post of sorts as far as that July 11th card. Now, we could potentially see Alycia Baumgardner there in the ring against Delphine Persoon. Once again, as the first bout was no contest, but hasn't necessarily been set in stone yet. But it's definitely news there in women's boxing as the undisputed champion there in the super featherweight division signs with most valuable promotions. And with that July 11th card, that is planned to be an all women's boxing event that will be shown live on Netflix, headlined by the trilogy of Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano, right? So you could have Alycia Baumgardner included in that particular fight card, as MVP, with Jake Paul and Nikisha Badarian are there to, make, splashes of sorts there with most valuable promotions. And, having this signing here with Alycia Baumgardner is something that, kind of like shakes things up within women's boxing. Of course, they have Amanda Serrano, they're signed to a lifetime contract as well. So, with Serrano having a third fight with Katie Taylor, being involved there with most valuable promotions, also, being like a recruiter of sorts there for women's boxing and being a pillar for women's boxing, for now and the future. They're now having this signing with Alycia Baumgardner that kind of like says, you know what, they're really focusing on building women's boxing there through most valuable promotions. So we're going to see more here from most valuable promotions and also with Alycia Baumgardner as she has this recent signing there with MVP. And yeah, I have mentioned it multiple times before. Don't be surprised if they have her included on that card in Madison Square Garden on July 11th. And you know what? July 11th, listen, New York City, come on, y'all. Like, what are we doing? I already checked the hotel prices. Look, if I have to stay in Jersey, that's probably what I would end up doing if I'm going up there for the fight. Either that or I'm just going up for the fight. And once the fight's over, I'm going back home. Because, come on, man. Yo, them hotel prices is like oxtail prices. They're crazy. All right. So we got to see if we're going to have Alycia Baumgardner on for this fight card here on July 11th. If we're going to have a pretty big card there for this, because there's another fight that I had suggested to be part of this Netflix fight card there that did involve one other fighter that was on Netflix on the last time that Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano were on a Netflix card, which was the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson card at the AT&T Stadium in the Dallas area, right? So we might see more news in reference to all of that here within the coming weeks. But as of right now, we got this thing here with Alycia Baumgardner signing with MVP. And after that, you'll see what else we could have for that fight card on July 11th. But that's what I got in reference to that news. Of course, if you can hit the like button. If you like the content here from the Boxing Source, you have the website here, theboxingsource.net, social media, all on there. Or, like I said, you'll be able to follow social media. We'll have the links included in the description box here below. But until next time, folks, I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.